Welcome to my channel. This is research methodology and scientific report writing step-by-step tutorial. In this lesson, we will see types of sampling designs. Under this, probability sampling and non-probability sampling. If you are new for this channel, please hit subscribe. Let's begin. After completing this lesson, you should be able to describe different types of sampling designs. In general, sampling designs can be grouped into two main categories: probability sampling and non-probability sampling. Under probability sampling, simple random sampling, systematic random sampling, stratified sampling, clustered sampling, and multistage sampling. Also, non-probability sampling includes convenience sampling, quota sampling, purposive or judgmental sampling, and snowball sampling. Non-probability sampling is a sampling technique where the samples are gathered in a process that does not give all the individuals in the population equal chance of being selected. A core characteristic of non-probability sampling technique is that samples are selected based on subjective judgment of the researcher. It is also known as deliberate sampling, purposive sampling, and judgmental sampling. With non-probability sampling methods, we do not know the probability that each population element will be chosen, and or we cannot be sure that each population element has a non-zero chance of being chosen. The choice of researcher is considered to be the topmost in priority. The sample construction depends on purposive selection, that means deliberate and such that it represents the entire population in that smallest unit. This offers the advantage of convenience and cost, but the disadvantage is that non-probability sampling methods do not allow the estimation of the extent to which sample statistics are possibly varying from population parameters. Now let's see each type of non-probability sampling. One is convenience sampling. It is also known as grape sampling, accidental sampling, or opportunity sampling, which is a type of non-probability sampling that involves the sample being drawn from that part of the population that is close to hand, or the selection could be based on ease of access. This type of sampling is most useful for pilot testing. For example, as you see here, in the population, these sections are included under sampling or taken as a sample. Another type of non-probability sampling is quota sampling. It is defined as a non-probability sampling method in which researchers create a sample involving individuals that represent the population. They decide and create quotas so that the market research samples can be useful in collecting data. These samples can be generalized to the entire population. As you see here, some individuals are taken as a sample, male, and above 40s are taken under a sample. Another one is judgmental or purposive sampling. It is also known as judgmental, selective or subjective sampling, which is a form of non-probability sampling in which researchers rely on their own judgment when choosing members of the population to participate in their surveys. For example, here they are purposively selected. The fourth type of non-probability sampling is snowball. Snowball sampling is a recruitment technique in which research participants are asked to assist researchers in identifying other potential subjects. For example, a researcher seeking to study patterns of information leadership in a community may ask individuals to name others who are influential in the community. Therefore, this type of sampling is known as snowball, which is non-probability sampling. Another group is probability sampling. The main type of probability sampling methods are simple random sampling, stratified sampling, cluster sampling, multistage, and systematic random sampling. The basic advantage of probability sampling method other than non-probability sampling is that they assure that the sample chosen is representative of the population, thereby ensuring that the statistical conclusions stand valid. That means the probability sampling is more advantageous than non-probability sampling for some studies. Okay, let's see types of probability sampling. The first one is simple random sampling. Simple random sampling refers to any sampling method that has following property. 1. The population consists of n subjects. The sample consists of n objects, and if all possible samples of n objects are equally likely to occur, the sampling method is called simple random sampling. There may be ways to obtain a simple random sample. One way should be a lottery method. Each the n population members is assigned a unique number. The numbers are placed in a bowl and thoroughly mixed. Then a blindfolded researcher selects n numbers, which a lottery method is one type of simple random sampling. Population members having the selected number are included in the sample. Another type of probability sampling is stratified sampling. With stratified sampling, the population is divided into groups or strata based on some characteristic. Then, within each group, a probability sample, often simple random sample, is selected. For example, as you see here, the population is categorized or grouped into different stratas and randomly selecting individuals that could be included in the sample, which is known as stratified sampling. In stratified sampling, the groups are called strata. The third type of probability sampling is clustered sampling. Within a cluster sampling, every member of population is assigned to one and only one group. Each group is called a cluster. A sample of clusters are chosen using probability method, often simple random sampling. Only individuals using a sampled cluster are surveyed. Using stratified sampling, the sampling includes elements from each strata. With cluster sampling, in contrast, the sample includes elements only from sampled clusters. This is the difference between stratified sampling and cluster sampling. For example, you can see here, the population is categorized different groups or clusters and from each cluster, some clusters are selected. This is known as cluster sampling. The fourth type of probability sampling is multistage sampling. In this method of sampling, we select a sample by using combination of more than one sampling method. For example, in a stage 1, we might use cluster sampling to choose clusters from a population. Then, in a stage 2, we might use simple random sampling to select a subset of elements from each chosen clusters for the final sample. For example, in this status, the A is chosen. Yes, A is chosen, and under the A, there is a village. From this village, few houses are selected. This type of sampling method is known as multi-stage sampling. The final type of probability sampling is systematic random sampling. This begins with creation of list of each number of population. From the list, we randomly select the first sample element from the first k elements. Thereafter, we select every k's element on the list. This method is different from simple random sampling since every possible sample of n elements is not equally likely. For example, as you see in this image, every third is included under the sample. Here is the population 2, 5, 8, 11, 40. Every third number is taken as a sample. This is systematic random sampling. Therefore, in conclusion, sampling designs are categorized into two main categories, which are probability sampling and non-probability sampling. Probability sampling composes simple random sampling, systematic, cluster, stratified, and multistage sampling, while non-probability sampling includes purposive, convenience, quota, and snowball sampling. Thank you in advance.